Hey guys, what's up? It's Fan with another video. In this one, we have a China server replay where they are doing a pre-made of some sorts. I don't know any of the players or anything, but I have heard that the Warfield in this game is apparently China's #1 Warfield. So this player, the Barcode. So let's take a look at him, see if we can learn anything cool, any new shots. So yeah, looks like he put the hellion on made the hellion on the low ground so that I could get to Warfield quicker. Small optimizations, always good. Okay, that's just his camera. So let's watch it from his perspective, see if we can see anything cool. So what did he make in the background? The Kraken. Let's get Kraken. Because that sounds like herc to me, right? I'm curious what he made. Yeah, he did make a herc first. So that's just like I'm not sure if I completely agree with that. Oh yeah. In the last video I mentioned Brack is pretty common in the China server too. I guess a lot of games last pretty long. And Brack can also break bases like Thackrus, but has more kill potential at like the 30-minute mark. I think it's just a meta difference too. Like, if you don't play Thackrus or Brack, I think the China players will just, base and win. So it forces the hunter to choose something like that. Oh, he's going for hercs. Okay, that's what he's doing. I personally think I just personally like hellions more, and you can always run them away in a situation like this where he didn't place his eco at like a dead end, so he could run it either way, whichever way Kerrigan's not. And hellion's a little bit more efficient, but he's playing for like he's not going for super efficient. Okay, so instead of 4 hercs, he's only going 2. I actually like this a lot, because do you really need 4 hercs, perma stimming and perma recalling? Like, it's kind of excessive at some point, like. So he's really just like, he's really going for gas here. Now that he has 600 minerals, I bet you he's going for that 600/8 eco building. The herc. Sentry bot. He made it a little bit slow. I don't like how that he floated 100 minerals even when he's got literally no eco. Like, he floated 100 over 600. Interesting. So he's probably going sentry bots with reactors, and that's why he has and that's so gas heavy that he has to have the early hercs out to help him farm gas. But if he's gonna have these early hercs out, why isn't he just like closer to mid? I don't know. It's a little confusing to me. Okay, so he's using the herc to expand and make new base. I like this because not only will it make new eco or whatever. There we go, cool. By spending that, it can help recall out. So it's like his form, it's his way of salvaging. Okay. I just wish he wouldn't float so much early. Like, it took him a long time to make those, his eco and his reactors. But I think the overall strategy is very decent. Very good. Interesting. He's making the murloc marines. Oh, it's to defend. Okay. That's a lot. That makes a lot more sense than ecoing with them. Okay. So, yeah. With 2 hercs and stim, he can definitely bully some of the lanes off Brack. Brack's also pretty weak early game. Not a lot of movement speed. Very little threat. Ooh, this is just so nice for the Warfield here. Because Warfield's one of those classes where if you get the gas, his eco is just way too strong. You can snowball very easily with a lot of gas. I'll definitely have to try out the 2 herc opening. And just like, you know, just find as many lanes as possible. Is he 1-1 yet? Hmm. Yep, slow. A slow also works on the hunter as well. Yeah, a little bit too late, but pretty good. He's getting some upgrades. He's gonna add some random sentry bots everywhere. Also gives his herc in the bottom right a place to teleport to. One thing that's nice about his build is like very safe. Like even if his eco is found at any point, you know, he's in a good spot as long as he pays attention. Okay. If you got a lot of money, you can always base early with Warfield. And notice how he's not making all the barracks in one location, like he's leaving some space in between them. That's just good, so like you can kite in between the barracks, because lanes are going to ignore the barracks if there's combat units nearby. So it creates checkpoints. Right, yep, he's creating his bases for the army, which is a bunch of hercs for the stim and recalls. The AoE stim, by the way. Yeah, with a hellion herc is like your main staple early game in terms of army, just because it's so mobile. You can kite the Zerg forever. And especially like someone like Brack who's just so slow. So I'm noticing plus 50s, which means he's level 5. He's 1 level away from Xanthos. Last time I saw the Chinese Warfield, they didn't build Xanthos. So interesting. I feel like Xanthos is so OP. I really wish, like, when you're floating 3.8k, like, what's his upgrades? 2-1, like, he could be 3-2 very easily with more army. Like, I feel like you just gotta make more barracks. Like, I really like the overall strategy of this, but it can definitely be improved in terms of, like, timings and spending money. Like, he's floating 5.3k and plus 2 attack would only cost 750 minerals. Like, he could be 3-3 right now and have a bigger army. And also have more eco. But I really do like this strat. Like, of Warfield players I've seen, like, this is probably the most optimal strat. Just not the most optimal execution I've seen. But also, who knows, like, he could have games where he's executing way better. Like, I'm just picking a random one. So it's not completely too fair to judge him like that. Good slow on the Adra. Adra can be tough just because she's so fast. Let's see the rest of the map really quickly. Technician spamming. His eco has never been found too, so kind of lucky on his part. It's not really the best replay to show, to be honest. Just because like anyone, it's very easy to play a Grandmaster level when you have no focus and you're not found. But what separates, you know, the best players from the good players are the best players can macro perfectly with 100% focus on them. And not that this guy can't do it, but you can't really see. Did his hero recall too? Nope, he didn't. That's always so bad when, or like so unlucky when your herc recalls but your hero's not in there. Alright, anyways. I wonder how this guy would be at ecoing if... There we go, he's starting to get some upgrades. I think... Where did he spend it? He's got a ton of murloc marines in there for healing. And he got the upgrade, so he can fit more stuff in. That's why he's got like 2 sentry bots in each of these. And that's his main source of eco. And attacking a rock will heal your hero, because the hero has lifesteal built into his kit on auto attacks. Okay, so going back to this, we've got the herc hellion army. Edger doesn't seem to notice yet. There. Yeah. What's the upgrades looking like? 4-2. So he definitely prioritizes armor over damage. Makes sense. I mean, he definitely has more money though. Like third attack or whatever. And there's just so few lanes here. It doesn't really matter if you're just slowly whittling them down. You're gonna be killing the buildings faster.
Upgrade complete. Your allies are in battle.
I just feel like if this was like a macro micro thing, like the Archon mode, like this player could have way more eco and be 5-5 right now, and with like bigger army, like only 19 minutes into the game. I feel like that's just Warfield in general. Like, you need like infinite. They said Clyde. That's funny. I don't think Clyde is in this game. I think he's a spectator, from what I could tell in the DMs. But I would definitely recommend this strat to people watching. The strat was basically hellion into 2 hercs, bring the 2 hercs with your hero, farm as much gas as possible, being like, you know, with 2 hercs you're pretty safe, so farm as much gas as possible, then go sentry bot eco with reactors. Then once you're like 2-2 or 3-3, you can start attacking the Zerg with herc hellion. Make sure to build enough hercs for perma-stim and recalls and everything. You could probably also have like just hellion outposts everywhere. Sentry bot eco is the most supply efficient, which means you'll have more supply available for like outposts and stuff. And by outpost, I mean just like putting like 3 hellions here or something. You know, if there was no small laser towers. He keeps his here in the most safe location. Oh, why doesn't he get Xanthos? He's floating like 500 gas. Oh, there we go. Cool. Like, I feel like I just say things and they hear me. Okay, cool. And Zerg leaves the game. If you look at